Hey guys, welcome back to Shiba Inu Crypto. Shiba Inu CEO fires all team members ahead of Shibarium? What's happening? Shib news today. Shiba Inu is a so-called meme coin because it was initially launched as an online joke. The 15th largest crypto token was named after Dogecoin, another meme coin playing on an internet meme involving a Shiba Inu dog. In this video, we will talk about Shiba Inu CEO fires all team members ahead of Shibarium. What's happening? Shib news. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up, share, and subscribe to the channel to see our latest content on Shiba Inu price predictions and expert analysis. Without further ado, let's begin the video. The Shiba Inu price has fallen by 1.5% in the past 24 hours, dragged down by a cryptocurrency market that has reacted negatively to the expectation of another Fed rate hike. At $0.00001092, it has declined by 9% in the past week and by 24% in the past 30 days, although it has remained up by 35% since the beginning of the year. Despite today's fall, there's a strong chance that Shib may rally later in the week. This is due to the announcement that Shibarium, the Layer 2 network for Shiba Inu, will launch its public beta this week, helping to inaugurate an era in which the meme token begins to offer some genuine utility. Shib's indicators suggest that the meme token isn't too far from reaching a bottom, at which point it may enjoy a healthy rebound. The token's relative strength index has almost reached 30, which will officially become oversold, signaling an impending rally. Likewise, Shib's 30-day moving average has begun falling steeply and is probably a week away from falling under its 200-day average. At this point, traders may expect Shib to begin rising again, something which the Shibarium news will help. The launch of Shibarium will make Shib transactions faster and cheaper, while also doing the same for the modest number of apps, including Shiba Swap, that litter the Shiba Inu ecosystem. As such, the attractiveness of this ecosystem for DeFi and other parts of the crypto economy will increase, bringing more users and adopters to Shib. In turn, this will increase demand for Shib, while the launch of Shibarium will also see an increase in Shib burning via the destruction of transaction fees. This will all come at just the right time for Shib, seeing as how the meme token has fallen a little harder recently than other major tokens. For instance, many whales have been removing their Shib holdings recently. On February the 8th, the biggest 500 ERC20 addresses held some $694 million in Shib, yet this has dropped by 12.5% to $606 million. However, even with this reduction, whale Shib holdings are still notably higher than in the middle of January, when they stood at only $84.5 million. This suggests that many whales bought Shib at relatively high prices, which should prevent them from selling at a loss, which suggests that the coin may hold to its $0.0000105 support level. And in the longer term, the eventual launch of Shib the Metaverse will also increase market bullishness for Shib. This Metaverse is a Shiba Inu-themed virtual world in which 100,595 plots of land will be usable or purchasable by users, each divided into 4 different districts: the Growth District, the Defense District, the Technology District, and the Currencies District. While details surrounding Shib the Metaverse remain general, there's no doubt that its launch will increase demand for Shib, which will serve utility purposes within the platform. As such, it's reasonable to expect the longer-term picture for Shib to look very good. Not only will there be a pump once Shibarium launches this week, but it's likely to rise steadily as the year progresses. Recent data from Changelly suggests an average year high prediction of $0.000162484, representing a rise of 48% over its current price. However, Shib holders expect even bigger rises than this sooner or later, with some holding out for such ambitious targets as $0.1 or even $1. The announcement was warmly welcomed by the Shib army, whereby the tweet has attracted over 9.5 thousand likes and about 3.5 thousand retweets as of reporting time. With several decentralized applications on the Shibarium Layer 2 scaling network waitlist, Shib army anticipates the overall effect will be bull on the Shib meme coin. Moreover, the launch of the Shibarium Layer 2 scaling solution will significantly expedite the token burn process. Additionally, the Shiba Inu ecosystem will diversify from relying on mere speculation to real-world utility. As such, the second largest meme coin by market capitalization can compete ruthlessly with other top digital assets. Late last month, Shiba Inu's lead developer, Satoshi Kusama, announced Shibarium's new website and intake system. However, Kusama cautioned the Shib army that all tokens on the Shibarium public beta are for testing purposes, and that investors should avoid getting scammed. The long-awaited release of the Shibarium Layer 2 scaling solution is the focus of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. The Shiba Inu community may count on more token burns now that the Shibarium L2 is operational. In expectation of greater returns, additional Ethereum-based whales have reportedly moved to the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Despite the coin's recent price decrease, data from Whale Stats reveals that Shib, which has a market cap of $601.2 million, is the most common cryptocurrency held by the top 100 Ethereum whales, with a share of 12%. Given that most investors now possess more stablecoins, this amount only represents about 10% of the altcoins owned by ETH whales. A few days ago, one of the biggest Ethereum whales on the planet started buying Shiba Inu for hundreds of millions of dollars. A huge crypto whale just scooped up 118,058,494,947 Shib, worth $1.34 million. According to blockchain tracking firm Etherscan. The investor now has a whopping 19,801,902,912,350 Shib, worth more than $225.34 million after his most recent transaction, accounting for nearly 40% of the whale's cryptocurrency holdings. A recent poll conducted within the Shiba Inu community has shown that despite the recent turmoil and shakeup within the project's inner circle, most members continue to support the lead developer, Satoshi Kusama. In recent days, the community has been abuzz with speculation and rumors about an increasingly bitter feud between Kusama and Shib defense team co-lead Trophius. In a message shared on Discord, Trophius made serious accusations against Satoshi Kusama, stating that he had conducted a hostile takeover of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, destroying its decentralization by dissolving the so-called Breeds team. According to Trophius, Kusama had fired many prominent personalities within the community, including Shib Queenie, who, after announcing her departure with a cryptic art piece on Twitter, wrote, "Everyone's replaceable. It's all going ahead. Don't worry." The Breeds team was created to support the community's developers in growing the ecosystem. However, Kusama's decision to remove them from the Shibarium channel has resulted in much criticism within the community. Some members have even accused the lead developer of having a megalomaniac personality. Despite the ongoing infighting, the team is still on track to launch Shibarium, a highly anticipated Layer 2 solution. In a message posted on Telegram, Kusama explained that he currently works with multiple teams, stating, "If I only work with one, there is a point of weakness. What happens if a designer decides they've made enough not to design, or a defense decides to take offense? I have to plan for all possibilities. This isn't always taken with a smile." It is worth noting that this is not the first time that the Shiba Inu community has seen internal conflicts, and it remains to be seen how this latest dispute will be resolved. However, it is clear that the community is still divided on the issue and that there are strong opinions on both sides. Despite this, the Shiba Inu project continues to move forward, with the team remaining committed to the development and launch of Shibarium. The director of Coinbase, Connor Grogan, has brought up interesting information in his most recent series of tweets. He says that a wallet directly connected to the founder of Shiba Inu via Exchange Deposit has an interesting OpenSea account. The account is named Alameda. Conversely, Grogan has already made the connection between Alameda and Shiba Inu. The Coinbase director revealed statistics in a thread last month that suggested Alameda, the biggest chip farmer at the time, may have formed the top of the latest bull run for the meme coin by selling it just before FTX introduced Shib Everlasting Trading. That's a wrap for today. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up, share, and subscribe to the channel to see our latest content.